Hi, I'm Destiny. Welcome back to Wishful Thinking. Now, this topic is a very taboo thing in my life, and I kind of wanted to touch up on it because it's something that doesn't exist. My dating life does not exist. It's a very, I don't know, it's like the dinner conversation where they're like, "So, you talking to anyone yet?" Blah blah blah. Nope. No. No, nobody's in my DMs. Nobody's in my DMs. Um, but in all seriousness, it's taboo because I've never dated anyone before. And when I mention this to people, they have mostly the same reaction, and it's you're you're that age and you've never dated. You've at least like kissed someone, right? Well, you've like at least like held hands. Like, come on. Nothing. Um, you might be wondering, well, there has to be a reason. And the reason simply is every crush I've ever had has never felt the same way. And it's sad. It's sad in multiple ways because I'm a hopeless romantic. And when I have a crush on someone, it's so annoying and it's so bad because I'm up at like 4 a.m. listening to fucking silly ass cliche love songs, and I'm literally like making poems. I'm putting it in my fucking notes app. I'm typing that shit out. And then immediately I'm like, that's literally the corniest fucking shit I've ever fucking written, ever. And I'm such a hopeless romantic in that way. And it sucks because I get a crush and it's like, that's not good. That's bad. That's bad because it's a cycle that repeats itself. I get a crush on someone and then they just don't like me back. And then it's the process of getting over that person again. And it's the worst feeling. It's a very indescribable feeling. I cannot even begin to, it's very, it is sad. And it's, a lot of people think it's because I don't want to date, and that's not the case at all. And every time I get a crush, it's like I feel like the whole world is coming to an end, and I'm like, this is the worst thing I've ever experienced in my fucking life. Like, I do like some corny ass shit, and I'm like banging my head off the fucking wall, and I'm like, this is literally so fucking stupid. And I have to like convince myself that this other person, there's no way in hell they like me back. There is no way on this earth that any fucking person I have a crush on is going to like me back because it's never happened before. And I don't know what I were to do if somebody likes me back. I don't know. Like, I know what to do. But at the same time, it's like, it's never happened before. And then, like, I'm scared because, like, if I ever do get into a relationship, are they going to see it as, like, the biggest red flag because I'm inexperienced? And they might. And that is very scary to me. That's very scary. And it sucks because every time I like see a couple out and about, all I can do is be like, oh my God, I literally hate them. I hate them so fucking much. Like, how dare they be in love and shit, and I'm here just existing. You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, take that shit elsewhere. You're holding hands in public. Literally, get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face. Absolutely not. And like, in a way, I'm kind of thankful I've never been in a relationship because I have observed other people's relationships and I see like the red flags in their relationships, even though that sounds really bad, but I do. And I'm like, I never want that in a relationship. You know what I mean? Like, I see that and I see the red flags and I'm like, they're not gonna last long because like I see it and I acknowledge it. I'm like, I would never want that in my relationship ever. Like if I were in a relationship, absolutely not. That would not fucking fly. That would not sit. Momo, do not jump up here. I have a crazy setup. One wrong move, it's gonna all clash. Please. Please. Do you want to see Momo? Momo, come here. Hi, baby. Do you want to say hi? There he is. If you're not watching the video, you're very confused, and I apologize. He's really up in my business right now. No. Momo, no. And sometimes I see relationships and I envy them because I'm like, oh, you guys are in love and whatever, and you guys are fucking holding hands and you're walking and whatever. Like, fuck you. Like, fuck you. Ugh, so annoying. And I don't think you understand what it is to be a hopeless romantic. Like, stop romanticizing hopeless romantics because I am one, and I'm going to tell you right now, it is not fucking fun. I'm not having a grand time. It fucking sucks. I'm not having a good time. Do you think I'm having a good time? I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not. It's me yearning, like, okay, for example, I'll have a crush on someone. And obviously, like, you yearn for that person. And then it's like, yeah, but that's all I can do. That's all I can do. And in, like, my mind, if he wanted to, he would. You know? So, like, if you don't just straight up tell me, like, you have feelings for me, if you're not knocking on my door in the middle of the fucking night and confessing your feelings to me, I don't think you like me in the slightest. I'm going to be fucking real real. Because if I think I'm seeing signs of you flirting with me, I'm going to think I'm delusional as fuck. Like, oh, delusional. I'm delusional. There's no way you're actually doing that. Like, it is all in my head. Maybe that's a problem. But at the same time, that's kind of how it's always been. Like, there is no way in hell. It's a very, you know what I mean? I hate having crushes. I hate it because it's just like, it's like hopeless for me. It's hopeless. It's so hopeless. And before you're like, well, why don't you just like go to him? And I've done that before. Let me tell you, most humbling experience in my fucking life. I will never do that again. Never will I ever do that again unless they confess first. Never, ever will I confess my feelings to a man. Ooh, most humbling experience. Long story short, the fucking dude that I confessed my feelings to ghosted me. Didn't hear a word from him. He could be dead for all I know. I don't fucking know. He fucking up and skedaddled. And that was a very humbling experience. Never doing that again, though. If you think I have the slightest hint of like I like you, like chances are I probably do. I'm never going to tell you unless you step up to the plate, babe. Have you ever seen a man not chase after something they want? Because I haven't. If he wanted you, he would. Period. And in your mind, you're like, oh, but like, maybe he's too shy, or like, oh, maybe like, you know, whatever. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go down that road. In my experience, don't go down there. It's not going to work out. I'm going to tell you that right now. Oh my God. People make fun of me for it because I'm inexperienced, if you get what I mean. Hey, I'm being real, okay? I am. And it's not that I don't care. Well, I do care, but I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I want to experience things, but it sucks because, like, nobody wants to experience those things with me, you know? That's, like, the saddest thing I ever admitted, but it's true in my case. And it makes me feel very bad and worthless. And, like, wow, like, you can't even get, like, one guy to, like you a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't know. My family members, like, I've never dated anyone at all, right? And I remember there was this one time before my senior year of high school, and my dad comes up to me. He literally said, this is what he says. He's like, listen, if you, this is around COVID. So he was like, if you end up having like a prom, I don't know how this COVID thing's going to go, but if you end up like having a prom, homecoming, dance, whatever, make sure you have a date. I don't care who it's with. I don't care if it's a boy. I don't care if it's a girl. I don't care. Just find someone to go with. And he was dead ass. And I was like, okay. That didn't end up happening though because COVID, and we never got a dance or homecoming or anything like that. And most of my senior year was being remote. So that never happened. He was dead ass though. And I was, ugh. And so it kind of makes me think I'm 22 now. And it's just like my family members probably feel kind of bad for me in a way. Like, don't worry, I feel bad for me too. Nobody cares, you know? Like nobody has. And it's just the truth of it. And it's not, I don't want you to feel bad for me. That's just the truth of it. Every crush I've ever had just simply has not liked me back. It's just as simple as that. There's no and ifs, buts, like there's no like secret, like I've never done anything with anyone. And that's it. Like there's no like, I don't do the whole, one night stand thing. By the way, if that's your thing, cool. Good for you. Not for me. This whole hookup culture thing really throws me for a fucking loop because listen, you can do whatever you want. If it's safe, consensual, you do you. That's not for me though. Not for me. I think it's, for me, it's definitely not for me, which is fine. That is fine. But, hookup culture is a very big thing right now. And being a hopeless romantic in a hookup culture world right now is the worst. It's the fucking worst. Some people have recommended dating apps, and I'm like, no, because that is like where most hookups happen. And I just think most people use dating apps as a hookup. I just think it's also weird just meeting someone on the internet for the sole purpose of being like in a real like relationship with them. I don't know why. I think that's the strangest thing. Now, I'm not judging anyone who does do that, but for me, it's so weird. To me, that's weird. Like, I don't want to date to force having feelings for someone. If that makes any sense. I don't know. I like it to happen naturally, which is also probably the problem because, like, does that even happen anymore? I don't know. I don't want to do the whole dating app thing. I don't know. It makes me uncomfortable. And catfishing is a thing. And I don't know. I feel uncomfortable. I'm not doing that. So that's off the table. They're like, why didn't you just go out and like meet new people? Bro, where? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's, and it's not like I'm actively searching for like a person. I don't know. It's just like, it's in the universe's hands at this point. Whatever's meant to be will be. That's kind of where I'm at. And if the universe wills it, it will be. Whatever's meant to be will be. And if he wanted to, he would. Point blank period. That's where I'm at right now. You want to know where I'm at? That's where I'm at. Like, I can't describe to you how it is. I've fully convinced myself that every crush I'll ever have in my life will just never feel the same way. It's sad, but that's kind of where I'm at. And there was a study done recently that 1 in every 4 people will go their whole life without dating anyone, with being single their whole fucking life. 1 in every 4 people, which is pretty fucking common. And I've almost convinced myself that that's me. It is what it is, though. Whatever the universe wants at this point, I don't care. I think my problem is that I reference that if he's not knocking on my door late at night, then what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, that would never happen, ever. It's whatever now. It's whatever. You know? So it's like, maybe it's not that surprising. And maybe, like, I just have a boring personality, you know? And nobody fucks with that, I guess. I don't know. And I've tried to understand what it is about me that nobody likes. Maybe I'm too short. Maybe, I don't know. It's my nose because, you know, my biggest insecurity is my nose, and it's right in the middle of my fucking face, unfortunately. You know, my biggest insecurity is in the middle of my fucking face for the whole world to see, and I can't fucking hide it. And the only way to fucking fix that insecurity is if I get a fucking nose job. By the way, if anyone has 10 grand on hand, please give it to me. It would be going to a great cause. Anyway, besides the point, sorry. But if you ever wanted to know, I've never dated anyone. And I don't know why people act so surprised. I feel like people act so surprised that I never dated anyone. Like, I'll mention it and they act so surprised. They're like, really? Like, they're like, I can't believe, like, really? Like, they're so surprised. But I don't know what's surprising. You know, I don't know why it's so surprising. Like, to me, I'm like, I feel like it's probably obvious to everybody else why I don't have a boyfriend, especially to, you know, whoever, you know? So I'm like, I feel like everybody else knows, and I just am so oblivious, and I don't know, you know? Does that make any sense? Womp womp. Like, I don't, you know, like, that's just kind of how it is, I guess. Yeah. So I don't know. It is what it is. Whatever is meant to be will be. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Like, I know so much about relationships because I've been people watching like my whole life, and I know so much about relationships that you think I have been in relationships and I haven't, you know? That's so crazy. It's scary. It's scary. It's scary. And like having a new crush, when I do have a new crush, not saying I do now. Wouldn't you like to know? Anyway, it's a bittersweet feeling because it's like, it can be fun, but then there's that voice in the back of my head that says, you know, deep down, it's not going to happen. And it's like, well, fuck everything. Fuck everything. Anyway, so that's kind of where I'm at. So if you ever wondered, if you ever pondered, if you ever was like, ooh, she's in a secret relationship and she doesn't post it or whatever, no one has ever thought that. But if you ever wondered, I guess, I don't know who would wonder that, but yeah. It's, I don't know. That's just it. I give other people advice on like their crushes and their relationships, and like, you know, apparently I'm really good at that. But then when it comes to myself, I'm not really good at taking my own advice, which I really, it's a very bad habit of mine. I think for me, the problem is that I create a fake version of them in my head of things I like want to happen and I could see happening, but it won't happen. Does that make any sense? Like, I think I just need to see things as they are. I think the universe is just playing a fucking joke on me. If we're being honest, I think when it comes to the dating life I don't have, I think the universe is like, ha ha ha. It's like that commercial. You almost had it. You almost had it. Woo. Like with the fishing rod. Is that from State Farm? Wait, what commercial is that? Okay, whatever. You get what I'm saying. You know the commercial. It's kind of like that. That's my dating life. Like, you almost had it and then it's gone. I think that's my dating life. There's nothing there. So anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about on this episode. It's a very, I can't believe, I don't know. I'm trying to be more open and honest And that's just it. I think, honestly, if we just boil it down, it's my nose. It's for sure my nose. It's my nose. Again, maybe I'll make a GoFundMe and we'll raise money for my nose job. And then we'll fix the problem. I'm kidding. That's it. I'm joking. Not a good joke. But yeah. That's all I wanted to talk about today. Is there anything else I wanted to say? Oh yeah, fuck you if you're in a relationship. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you being happy and rubbing it in my face. You're not. I'm kidding. Also, but like, fuck you. Like, low-key, fuck you. Like, I'm happy for you. Good for you. But fuck you. Thank you so much for listening / watching this episode. If you want, you can follow this podcast at Wishful Thinking Podcast on Instagram, or you can follow me at Destiny Defo, also on Instagram. Momo can't say any words because I think he's sleeping right now. Actually, I don't know where my cat is, but he did make an appearance, so whatever. Thank you so much for listening. Hope you tune into the next one. All right, I'm going now. Bye. Okay, bye.